So there's this company, Deepseek, that's like completely crashing the stock market. Everybody's talking about it. All news companies are just like doing so many videos about it, doing so many articles about it. Let's get to the end of this and let's see what this DeepSeek actually is. How is it affecting us? Why is it such a big deal? And if it's actually as useful as it sounds. So DeepSeek is an AI chatbot just like ChatGPT that was founded like a few weeks ago. Since it is Chinese, it is like a huge jump for the Chinese in like the AI race. You might have heard like the arms race between like Soviet Union and USA. It's like that, but AI, China and USA are like competing for the best AI chatbot and just AI video generators, everything AI. And everybody thought that USA was in front. They had Nvidia making chips for them and they were making like the best chips that people knew. But turns out DeepSeek, a new AI chatbot, like I said, that was released just a few weeks ago, was actually so ahead, and they were using Nvidia's old chips. They bought them cheap and they were very old, but they somehow turned this into a very, very capable AI chatbot. So like I said, up to this point, everybody thought that you had to have the best of the line chips and the most expensive ones, the most powerful ones to make the best AI. But DeepSeek proved this wrong, and since they proved it wrong, Nvidia's stock fell so much. As you can see, they lost the most of any company ever who was publicly listed in the stock market. This is a big deal. They lost so much stock value that their stock just plummeted and so many investors lost money, and people decided to sell the Nvidia and just didn't take any risk of losing even more money. This also crashed a lot of other companies' stocks like openai's, like I said, Microsoft, Google, since they have Gemini, and Gemini also runs on these powerful chips. But DeepSeek proved that you don't need powerful chips, and this crashed like almost every company's stock market, since it just showed that you don't need a big, super high level chip to do this. So let's just talk about the pros and the cons for, let's say, openai. Openai's ChatGPT, which is probably the best chatbot there was before DeepSeek, and DeepSeek. Let's talk about the pros and cons of the two. Since ChatGPT and OpenAI have been researching for a long time, and they have been working on a lot of stuff, they do excel in some stuff. Like, you can send pictures to ChatGPT, you can really talk to it through voice, and there's like Sora, there's image generation, and there's a lot of stuff that DeepSeek does not have. But I will show you in the demo. DeepSeek has such good reasoning, and it can show you what it's doing in the background. It doesn't just do it. It actually shows you what it's doing in the background, how it's running. But ChatGPT cannot do that as well as DeepSeek. And since DeepSeek is open source, it is extremely cheap. And compared to ChatGPT, it does not have any subscription that you need, and it's open source, like I said, so it's free to everyone. So just to show you the difference, I'm going to be modeling these two to you. I'll have DeepSeek on the right and ChatGPT on the left, and I'll ask the same thing to both of them. So let's just say you're traveling and you want an itinerary. So we can say, write me an itinerary for Spain. And go like that, and I'll tell it I am 18 years old and I like. So we can tell it I like soccer. So maybe you can find us some activities to do or something like that. Write me an itinerary for Spain for 1 week. I'm 14 years old and I like soccer. So we'll tell it that. And you can also tell that to DeepSeek, and then we can just click enter for both of them, and we'll see what they say. So ChatGPT says day 1 arrive in Madrid, so does DeepSeek. So I think these two will be pretty similar, but I will show you later like the difference between these two, how DeepSeek actually reasons and ChatGPT kind of just doesn't really reason that much. But from first glance, this looks kind of similar. So let's just get started. So let's just start with ChatGPT. ChatGPT just says, here's 1 week itinerary for Spain, focusing on places you'd enjoy as a 14-year-old soccer fan. So it noticed that I like soccer, and it's now telling me stuff that relates to soccer. So it tells me first the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium, which is Real Madrid Stadium. I enjoy that. I know Real Madrid. That's good. Madrid soccer and culture. That's also good. Trip to Toledo. It's also good. So it's all very good. It's all related to soccer, which I like since I told it I'm a soccer fan. Barcelona, it's also a big one. Shout out to Barcelona, yep. And all of it, I think it has all the major points like Barcelona and Real Madrid and stuff like that. Let's head on over to deepseek. deepseek also has Arrival in Madrid. It also has Explore Madrid. It actually has a lot of the same stuff. Trip to Toledo. It's very similar. Travel to Barcelona. Actually extremely similar. Explore Barcelona. Trip to Montserrat. This is where it's kind of different. This takes me out of Barcelona while this is still in Barcelona. So they're very similar. deepseek also actually does tell me more tips for my trip, like wear comfortable shoes for walking and playing soccer and other stuff like that. And it tells me to enjoy my soccer-filled adventure in Spain, which is very nice. So deepseek tells me a few tips at the end, which is very nice. I like that. ChatGPT does tell me if I want any notifications, which I'm good. No, I don't need any. But now let's go to the next part where I can click reason on both these and I can see its actual reasoning. So it will tell me how it's thinking about the prompt and what it's saying and why is it saying that. So let's do that again. So this just spits the same thing about the same thing out. And it's basically the same thing, soccer, art, culture, yep. But as you can see on the right, you can see all this huge paragraph here. And this huge paragraph is not actually like the actual plan. This is the actual plan, but this tells me the actual reasoning. So it says, okay, let's tackle this user's request. They want a 1 week itinerary in Spain focused on soccer. So it tells me so much stuff. In the previous response, I covered Madrid and Barcelona, including stadium, matches, culture. But since the user is asking again, maybe they want a different route. So it's just checking. I already said the same prompt before over here, but I'm saying it again. So maybe it's going to tell you some different stuff. Well, ChatGPT, it says basically the same stuff, but it doesn't really change much. But this one actually changes some stuff, like train to Valencia. Valencia is a soccer thing. It's a big soccer team in Valencia, but it's changing it up since maybe I have family or something. Like it says, considering the time of the year, maybe user wants a different perspective, stuff like that, and it's just extremely nice. It tells you the whole thing, what it's thinking, and it's not even some short 3-sentence paragraph. It tells you the whole thought process, what is changing, what it wants to change, and what it goes back to, and just so much other stuff. So this is very advanced compared to ChatGPT. ChatGPT doesn't even tell me reasoning, although it does have that reason button, but it doesn't really tell its reasoning. And this is where deepseek actually excels. It tells you all this reasoning, and this is actually like a human would do it, except even better than a human, since a human wouldn't tell you everything about this and how it's thinking and how it's doing all this. But so in the end, I have some stocks of my own. I have Google, Nvidia, Apple, and some AI companies, and this will create so much competition since these companies will have to do so much better, since deepseek is selling their model for very, very cheap, since there's actually free. So this will create a lot of competition, and ChatGPT and Microsoft and all those companies will have to retaliate with also very, very cheap models, and this will create a lot of competition. But for now, all these companies' stocks will just plummet, which is bad for me since I'm going to lose a little bit of money, but good in the long run since OpenAI will have to get better, and all these companies will also have to get their models better. So AI will get better and that's good for us since we'll have better models and we can just sit back and wait for them to get better. And that's it for this video. I'll see you next one. Bye for now. YouTube Pro out.